Your time is valuable. You're able to leverage other people's times to the things that you could have done yourself, which is important for everybody to have that. After a meeting is booked, super valuable time to show them, one, a video of yourself talking, and two, just flood it with as many proof as possible. Like literally the more the merrier. You can never have enough of those. That really does dramatically increase your conversion rates.
Welcome to my legal academy, helping lawyers work smart, scale fast, and enjoy life.
All right, so first, let's get this out of the way, is free versus paid consultations. Came up from day one. I've been pushing for paid because the way that I see it is top of the funnel. You need to get as many people in and then qualify them with intakers and specific questions that you ask before it gets to your intakers. From that, then now not only do you get more people in, but you're also able to leverage other people's time to be able to do the signups for you. Can you share your process, your thoughts about free versus paid? And again, let's go straight to the point.
Yes, sorry. Okay, so I experimented with both. I experimented originally with free and then with paid. And what I saw was when I did paid, I had several people that would be clients that were very turned off by the fact that we were pushing for paid. So now we operate as free, but with a caveat that there are many exceptions. So to be brief, you got to do, in my experience, you should do both. You should have free consultations, but there are certain scenarios where it would need to be a paid consultation. So that's how we operate.
Differentiates between the free and the paid, and how do you create the little branch?
So instances that would warrant a paid consultation would be, for example, an instance where somebody has already filed their case, or potentially somebody that's interested in filing their case on their own and they want to know if they're doing it properly. So in these situations, the person, could potentially need a little bit more hand-holding, a little bit more attention to their case. So, everybody's practice is a little bit different, but a hybrid between free and paid, I think is very important. And then when you have your kind of run-of-the-mill consultations for people that are interested in the service that you're offering, and they just have general questions to pre-qualify them for that service, and it falls within kind of that template, I would say that free consultation is appropriate, but there are nuanced situations where a paid consultation may be more appropriate. So you don't want to lock yourself into a policy that you're offering every single person that wants a free consultation, if that makes sense.
Got it. Looking at your funnel right now, I see you switch over to HubSpot, correct? To be able to capture the lead information up front.
Yes, correct.
And then afterwards, they're pushed to do what?
We push everybody to fill a form, and then we give an option to basically tentatively schedule a time on a calendar to speak with our intake team. So some people will just fill out the form and we'll get their contact information and we'll reach out to them. And then other people will actually schedule a time on a calendar. And either way, we reach out in advance because sometimes the calendar will get full for several days. So if we have an opportunity to get in touch with them right away, answer whatever questions they have, we'll do that. That's the funnel, basically form to calendar to consultation.
Do you have a video in the middle or just go straight to...
No video. We've done video in the past, but currently there's no video.
Because at that point, I feel like you already have content out there and stuff that's bringing it, or ads that's bringing it. Now at that point, shorten the funnel, go straight into capturing the lead so you don't lose them. Then go direct them to...
Exactly. And we're experimenting. So like I said, so we've in the past, we've done form to video at the top and then the calendar. And now we're just sending form to directly to calendar, and we're avoiding the video because we're experimenting to see if there's a lot of drop off with the video. And the way our funnel was in the past was that there was a video at the top as step one, and you scroll down to get to the calendar on step two. And our concern was that many people were missing the booking form. So even though we were capturing details on the front end, we wanted to see what the results would be if we took out the video. I think the benefit of the video is that when people stick around to watch the video, and ultimately book, they are now kind of determining for themselves that the service is something that they're interested in, depending on what's in your video. So you may get more of a pre-qualified booking by including the video at the top. But like I said, at this point, we're experimenting to see if, there's more of an advantage of just capturing everyone at the top and evaluating, their scenario
Is the booking link made with Calendly or HubSpot? What are you using for that?
So the form is with HubSpot and the booking is with Calendly. So HubSpot has its own meeting software in their sales starter package. But before we started using a lot of the HubSpot premium features, we were really integrated with Calendly. So we use Calendly in a certain way. Like, for example, like the way that Calendly has like a round robin feature. And, you know, when we were implementing and we were putting in HubSpot, we saw that it didn't have, not necessarily better or worse, but it didn't have the same way we were using Calendly. And rather than adopting a whole new system for the calendar, it didn't make that much sense for us. So we continued with Calendly, but we still use the forms of HubSpot. I think those are very valuable.
Hey, hope you're enjoying the video so far. If you're a lawyer and you're looking to work smart, scale fast, and enjoy life, right below this video, you'll find a link to book a call to speak to my team so we can tell you how we've been able to help over 500 law firm owners scale their law firm. Now back to the video.
And then you ask very specific qualifying questions in your Calendly.
Not so specific. We ask basic stuff. Like we ask, for example, whether the case has already been filed. I've seen people ask a lot more detailed questions, like, for example, what the timeline is for getting started. I know that you ask a lot of very pre-qualifying questions. I think in your booking page, we ask a couple, and then we have, you know, our team reach out and do more of a thorough assessment.
And then, yeah, I'm just reviewing your funnel. Yeah, you keep it very simple. Calendly just says your name, email, phone number, and what would you like to discuss or call. And then the last question is, has your immigration case already been filed? That's it. Very simple.
Exactly.
And then very important, I think, is your thank you page. Do you have an optimized thank you page? What is it?
Yeah. So we do have a thank you page where I personally thank the individual for requesting a consultation. And then we put, you know, testimonials and reviews and stuff like that.
Which is important for everybody to have that. After a meeting is booked, super valuable time to show them, one, a video of yourself talking, and two, just flood it with as many proof as possible. Like literally the more the merrier. You can never have enough of those. And that really does dramatically increase your conversion rates. Because at that point, they already sold that you can do this and you're the person that can do this. So is it sustainable for lawyers ever to do consults?
I've seen people do it. I know some of my colleagues that do it. I don't think it's sustainable to do free consultations as the founder of a law firm, but I do know people that do paid consultations, and the founders will do a paid consultation and they just set a rate that they're comfortable, you know, with for half an hour of their time or an hour of their time. And I mean, from what I've observed, they're very comfortable, you know, doing their own consultations that way. So is it sustainable? I think it depends on the model of the law firm and how it's structured and what they're doing.
You're giving up something in return for that. Uzo and some others that might be doing it. You know, again, your time is valuable. And
Correct.
the more you're able to leverage other people's times to do things that you could have done yourself, the more your time value goes up. If you do your consults, just know you're locked in at whatever that is. And there's no room to really grow from that point. Just have that in mind. Is it okay? And again, not everybody has to grow. Not everybody has to expand. Not everybody, you know, has to do that. As long as just know that that's, you know, that's what it comes with it. So it seems like, again, it depends. It depends on what you want to do yourself.
I still, you know, there will be instances where I'll conduct a consultation, but I try not to make it the bulk of my day-to-day. It'll come up here and there, but it's not like, I'm not prioritizing that. It's more so like if somebody really insists that they would really like to speak to me and it's like a, you know, a here and there situation, I will do it, but it's not something that I focus my time on because there's other tasks that I need to prioritize over that.
Great. Some questions about where do you find these attorneys, the JDs and the paralegals?
Yeah. So traditional methods, you know, Indeed, LinkedIn, outreach, just networking, just the normal ways that you'd go about hiring staff. That's been the method that we've used.
Who does the recruiting for you?
Depending on the role, either I'll do the recruiting or kind of the lead or the head of the department that's hiring for that particular position will do it. Just depends on the position.
Hamid does the recruiting, also helps a lot for you.
Oh my gosh, yeah. So how could I forget? So yeah, Hamid has been a very critical person in our recruiting, and I can't believe I missed that. But yeah, Hami's been very integral. Like for one of our key positions one day, he handed me 6 resumes, and the top one, I looked at it and I was like, whoa, this person is absolutely perfect. So yeah, Hami's been integral in that too.
If you want to know what he does, it's essentially Indeed is a recruiter. It's one of two ways: either resume searches to go put in specific keywords or things to pull out resumes, and literally hands it off to either me, Michael, or whoever. What I do is I have a full-time VA who just knows about the SOP that we share with our members. Go follow this SOP, hit them up, ask these questions, which is all shared in the SOP. And if they answer this way and they're within the range that we're looking for, then go ahead and get them scheduled. It used to be back in the days to be with me, but now it's with our directors. At this point, I trust my directors enough to hire people, send offers, and if need be, okay, sure. If we really can't decide, then get me involved.
Yeah. So another thing that I'll mention is that I haven't used ZipRecruiter, but I do have an Indeed. So Indeed has a subscription model where you have access to a resume bank, like a database of resumes. So that's one resource that we have. And we also, of late, I would say during COVID, it became very challenging finding people. And during that time, we noticed that, of everyone out there, we saw overall better candidates in LinkedIn. Posting jobs directly in LinkedIn can be very effective, and boosting those posts and sponsoring or doing, paid job postings in LinkedIn can be very effective.
Great.
And you can add qualifying questions to the end of the post. Just like, for example, like if you want to know how much experience someone has and you don't want to have to open up individually each person's resume to see, you can just ask the question, how many years of business immigration experience do you have? And then you can set like what your ideal answer or what your minimum value would be. You could set it as 1 year and then put it as required. And LinkedIn will email you the resumes of only those people that satisfy those baseline requirements. So you can have an easier filtration system.
And recruiting top talent is probably the most important and the hardest thing you could do for a business.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. It's everything. If you have a good team, then your company will do great. If you don't, then you'll be kind of struggling.